Hi, this is Russell Stannard from Teachertrainingvideos.com. A lot of you asked me how we can do testing online, and I must say that's very, very difficult unless you use very sophisticated and often expensive technologies. I'm going to show you today a couple of possibilities using a technology called Teachertools. Now, Teachertools isn't free, but it does allow you, for example, to get your students to do a recording, which is then automatically sent back to you, and then you can give a mark on it, and that recording includes the webcam, so you really know that it's that student speaking. And another option is a writing exercise where the moment the students click on the link, it begins a timer, and they've got a certain amount of time to write, and afterwards it closes down. So these systems could be used for kind of online testing. I wouldn't use them for anything too formal. They're still not perfect, but they are a solution. Now, the technology isn't free, though it is fantastic because you get loads and loads of activity types, as well as the testing ones that I'm talking about. There are loads of other technologies that are activity types that you can do. What I am going to do is give you a special offer. I've negotiated an excellent price for people from Teachertrainingvideos.com, and halfway through the video I will quickly take you through that. So worth looking at this video if you're looking at trying to think of ways to test students online. Hope you like the video. As always, if you do, please like it, please share it, and of course please comment on it. Let's get started. So I'm logged into Teachertools, and what I'm going to do is go to one of my folders, and the activity type that I'm going to look for the first time is this one here, which is a video recording. So I'm going to click on this button here and set up a video recording, and I'm going to call this video recording your typical day. Okay, now what I'm going to do in this particular case is I'm going to give them a kind of prompt to help the students when they do the recording by allowing them to watch a video of someone else talking about their typical day, and then they can do a similar recording. So I'm going to do this example, and it's nice as well because it's got subtitles. I'm going to click on share, and I'm going to share this video, and I'm hoping it's going to kind of inspire the students when they do their speaking activity. So I'm going to click on media prompt, choose video, then choose YouTube, then I just paste that link in, then I click here, and it will upload the video so the students will be able to watch the video. Now I'm going to write the text prompt in here. Once I've added in the instructions, and I actually write quite detailed instructions to make it really clear what I want the students to do, I'm going to set them a limit of 2 minutes. Now 2 minutes is actually quite a lot of time. You'll be surprised. I'm studying Polish at the moment. My level's around about sort of A2, and you know, when I do a 2-minute recording, that's actually quite a lot of preparation work that I need to do. Now I'm not going to set any of these other things. I'm simply now going to choose to score and correction, so I'm going to be able to give feedback as the teacher. Once the students handed in the work, then I will be able to respond to it. So I'm now going to click on the save button, and that's all prepared now, and simply now I'm going to share that link to the students so that they can then click on the link and do their homework. So I've added the link. I'm logging in now as a student. Obviously you could share the link in Edmodo or in Moodle or send it as an email. I need now to fill in my name and my email address. Remember, the teacher will want to give me feedback on my work, so obviously I will need to provide my email address so the teacher can listen to what I've recorded and then respond. So once I come in to the actual activity itself, I've got the video that I can watch as inspiration. I've got a detailed question set by the teacher, and once I've played the video and I've read this, I can then click on this button to set up my camera. There it is, my camera's on screen, and now I can record myself speaking. Okay, so I'm going to click on this button here. Yeah, my day normally starts about 6 o'clock in the morning. I get up, and the first thing I do is I make a cup of coffee, and then I do some yoga. And I normally spend about an hour doing yoga, an hour and a quarter, and then after that I come into my room where I kind of study and work, and I study Polish, and I normally study Polish for at least an hour as well. Bloody blah. So I've done the recording. I can just play it and check it. So I can just click here. Yeah, my day normally starts about 6 o'clock in the morning. I get up, and Okay, that seems to be all fine, so I'm going to submit it. So I click on this button here and I click on OK, and that's now been sent to my teacher. So what I'm going to do now is log in as a teacher and actually listen to the recording and give some feedback to the student. Okay, it tells me that everything's been submitted, and I can even download my submission. And now let's log in as a teacher and see what the teacher sees. Now I can see that students handed in their work. I've only got one student so far that's handed in, but I'm going to click here and click on view, and it's going to open up, and I will be able to now listen to the recording. Okay, so I can listen to the recording here. So I can click on this button and just listen to what the student said. Yeah, my day normally starts about, and then I can click on give feedback. And when I click on this button, remember we've already got the student's email address, so it's actually very easy to give the feedback. I simply write my comments here, so I can just add in my comments, well done, etc, etc, and then I can give a mark. Let's say 75% for this one, and then what I can do once I've done that is click on send link, and that actually will send the link to the email address that was used for the submission, and now that student has got their feedback. And obviously it's really important in terms of testing that we can see the student on the screen doing the recording. That's one of the most effective things about using this particular system as a way of testing our students. You can use Teacher Tools Digital for a month, and then you will need to pay. Click on pricing and you'll see the price currently, which is $9.99 a month and $99 a year. I must say you get loads of options there, 8 different games, up to 100 assignments and up to 100 submissions per assignment. So loads and loads of free space. What you will need to do first of all is to obviously make use of the free trial, so that you can get there at the bottom. But when you do need to sign up, all you need to do is to click here on sign up. When you come through to the next page, you can either choose to obviously just accept the terms and conditions, select your storage country, sign in with your Google or Microsoft account, and you'll come through to this page. Choose whichever Microsoft account or whichever Google account you want to use. Now once you come to this page, I want you to write in the following code. Just write in TTV-Russell with SSL 2021, and you will get a 20% discount on either the year subscription or the monthly subscription. Again, all you need to do is add that code, click on enter, and you will receive a 20% discount. Now Teacher Tools actually has a whole range of different tools. It's ideal for language learning, including speaking drills, gap fill activities, multiple choice, video gap fill. You can make a test from a text, but I'm going to show you this one here called written report really quickly, because this can be really useful if you want to kind of force your students again into a sort of test situation. So if we click on this example here, what we're going to do this time, the same kind of format, we can set up a question. We're going to call this written exam or written test online. Again, we're going to use a prompt, and we'll use another video prompt. So perhaps we'll click on here and add a video. What I'm going to do in this particular one is ask people to write about where they live, the area where they live, etc. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to provide them with a video to kind of inspire them before they do their written activity. Of course, I could give them a text to read or an audio file to listen to. So obviously one thing you can do with a written piece is to get them to respond to a video or to an audio. You could of course also provide even a written example of what you wanted, like a model. I'm going to just simply use this video as inspiration. I'm going to come back here and I'm going to click on YouTube. I'm going to add that video in, so that is going to be hopefully a bit of inspiration for the students. I'm going to click here. Then underneath this, where I'm going to write my prompt of exactly what I want the students to do. So I've written my instructions and I've made it clear to the students that they've got 30 minutes. Now what's actually going to happen is I'm going to set the time limit to 30 minutes, and I can do that by just moving this up to here. And that means that the moment that the students click on to the screen, that moment that they do that, then they will be timed from that moment, and they've literally got 30 minutes to hand in their work. So it really is like a kind of test situation. And in a moment I'm going to log in as a student and show you that. Now there are a few other things I can do, and one of them I am going to do is I'm going to click on grammar check, and that means it will check the student's work for grammar, and it will highlight a few mistakes to the student, and we can do that by just simply choosing that here. I'm not going to do it auto grading though. I'm going to simply do a grammar check for the students, and then the submission button that I'm going to choose is going to be score and corrections, and I'm going to click on save. And now that has been created. Now let's log in as if we were a student and see what this looks like. So I've added in the link here at the top of the screen. I'm going to click and enter as if I was a student. You'll notice that the first thing I have to do is to put in my details. Then I'm going to click on the start button, and immediately it brings me in to the activity. And you can see here that I've got the video to watch, and then notice that the actual time for writing doesn't start until I click on this button, but from that moment on it's going to time me, and I'm going to click on start here, and then I would have to start, and you notice that I've got 29 seconds, or 29 minutes now to submit my work. So once I've finished, and it actually shows me the word count as well as I'm writing, and obviously I can put in a minimum word count if I want to. I didn't do that in this particular one, but now let's see what happens when I submit. So I click on the submit button. Remember, it's already got my details. I click on OK. I've still got time, and that work is now submitted to my teacher. And remember that we did the grammar check, so there's actually a quick grammar check as well, and it's going to give me a little suggestion here of to possibly in fact that doesn't seem to be for the summer. That seems okay. I'm not sure what I wrote there then that was incorrect, but seems to be. Anyway, this is kind of automated, and it may be an option that you want to consider. As you can see, it gives you kind of, each time it gives you a little bit of advice. Now what I can do now is wait for the teacher to give me feedback on my work. Now if I come down here, I can see that it says written test online, and I can click here and view the student's work, and you'll notice that it shows me exactly what the student wrote, and if I click on give feedback, then I have the option to actually give the student a score by writing the score here and then add in any comments I want here. Now incredibly, I could even give the student audio feedback or even a video feedback. So I could click on this button here and just record myself giving the student feedback rather than doing it as written comments. So you've got that option as well. Obviously you put in your score that you want for that student. Let's say I'm going to give the student 60% for this particular one. So I put that in there, and then I would simply click on send link, okay, and that would send the link to the student. Remember, we've got their email address anyway, so we will be able to, let me just save that first, sorry, and then click on send link, and it will be sent to that particular student. So these are nice features that we could think about if we wanted to try and set up a test situation, and Teacher Tools to some degree can offer us a way of doing that. Really hope you liked that video. I'm sorry that that's a paid tool. Nearly everything that I focus on is free, but I just think that particular technology is outstanding. Please come over to Teachertrainingvideos.com. Loads of technologies for you to look up. And of course, if you want to follow my work, the best thing to do is to sign up to the newsletter. That way you get updated with all the latest blog posts and the online courses and the webinars, and of course all the latest videos. You can also sign up to my YouTube channel, subscribe to it, and don't forget to click on the bell. And if you are looking for some training, you can contact me, perhaps training in Zoom or Microsoft Teams or Camtasia or even Teacher Tools. And thank you very much.